We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. Now here we there, here we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. This sweet land we love. We not for make them fall.
Sierra Leone is indeed a land rich in natural resources, including diamonds, gold, bauxite, and rutile, along with a vast potential for agriculture and fisheries. However, the shadows of its past, most notably the brutal civil war from 1991 to 2002, continue to haunt the nation. The war, fueled by corruption, economic disparity, and the infamous blood diamonds, left deep scars on the social, political, and economic fabric of the country. The politics of grievance, characterized by deep-seated resentment and divisions along ethnic, regional, and partisan lines, remains a dominant force in Sierra Leone's political landscape. These grievances often stem from historical injustices, perceived marginalization of certain groups, and the legacy of corruption and nepotism in government. As a result, the political discourse and interactions in Sierra Leone are frequently charged with mistrust and antagonism, impeding efforts to build a unified national identity. This fractured political climate has significant implications for nationhood and development. The continuous cycle of blame and counter-blame between political parties has diverted focus from more critical developmental policies and reform. Public institutions struggle with inefficiency and corruption, further eroding citizens' trust in the government. Consequently, national unity remains elusive, with regional and ethnic loyalties often taking precedence over a collective national identity. The lack of a cohesive national vision undermines development efforts, as political instability discourages foreign investment and disrupts long-term planning. Social cohesion is also compromised, with communities remaining divided along political and ethnic lines. For Sierra Leone to progress towards true nationhood and sustainable development, it is essential to address these historical grievances, promote inclusive governance, and foster political culture that prioritizes national interests over partisan gain.
Wherever una dey. Today, I am coming to ask a question. On this platform, we ask questions and we solicit answers. We ask questions because the Constitution, the sovereign document of the Republic of Sierra Leone, makes certain provisions where over years we see People then they occupy public offices, then they flout them provisions, we ask questions because chapter 2 of the constitution say sovereignty belongs to the people and the government gets its authority from that sovereignty. A lot of things they happen in Sierra Leone today were not to the advantage of the citizens. A lot of things they happen in Sierra Leone today were not to the advantage of the people who have the sovereignty. Their sovereignty is used to elect people and give them legitimacy to run the affairs of state. Whoever occupies any public office in the Republic of Sierra Leone does so on the pleasure and legitimacy of the people. And that pleasure and legitimacy is not partisan, it's not APC, it's not SLPP, it's Sierra Leonean. Since independence, we don't make we country into a place where people and they go into clubs for personal gains and benefits and call them political parties. That attitude, that perception, that behavior don't develop over the decades into waiting today we go call a state that does not function. It will be unrealistic for call Sierra Leone a failed state. It is not. But it is a state that is not functioning. It is not functioning because people who have been given the legitimacy to run the affairs of the people of Sierra Leone think they own the country. People who have been given the legitimacy to run the affairs on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone do so with a kind of levity and laxity, plus impunity that has made a country with a manageable population, a place that is supposed to be the richest country in Africa. Richest because, one, it's not only about the mineral, the agricultural potentials, and the natural wealth that the country holds. It's also about a very key factor, which is Sierra Leone is the only country in Africa with a natural harbor. Added to that, the location of Sierra Leone on the Atlantic region is such that one can reach any of the major cities within the Atlantic region by air within a maximum period of 8 hours. By sea within a maximum period of 16 days. This is one fact that Sierra Leoneans don't know, which is attracting drug dealers to use Sierra Leone as transit point. The geographical location of Sierra Leone makes it convenient for people doing such business to use Sierra Leone as a transit point, because from the Caribbean, South America, it's the same time you use from Sierra Leone to Europe. As a matter of fact, if you have a very fast boat, those fast boats that run like naval boats, you can cross from Freetown to New York within maximum 12 hours. This advantage or this location has a very tremendous economic potential. But that economic potential can only be harnessed if we are serious about improving the conditions and standard of living of the people so that we can have a pool of skilled labor that will attract investments for production, for export. What am I saying? I am saying Sierra Leone can become the largest export processing zone in the Atlantic region. That potential, plus or minus minerals, can make Sierra Leone the richest country in the Atlantic region. Since 1961, and even before 1961, we've had people toiling with the destiny of Sierra Leone. And not only toiling with the destiny, we have always had people giving excuses for incompetence. We have even reached the point where citizens themselves have become part of giving excuses for incompetence. Oh, now we constitution. There is nothing wrong with the constitution of Sierra Leone. The powers given to the head of state compared to other countries that are making progress is minimal. Guinea next door, the constitution gives so much power to the president. Ghana, the constitution gives so much power to the president. Nigeria, do some research, people. It's not our constitution or our laws that are wrong. It's us, the people. It's us, the people. And it is because it is us, the people, that are wrong. That is why when we give people public offices, they take it as private office. It is because we are wrong as a people in our mentality. That is why when we are given duties to perform, we privatize them for private profits. And this attitude, this perception, is not a political perception. It's not about APC or SLPP. It's about a culture. A culture, a social psychology that has existed for a very long time. But today I'm not here to talk history. I'm here to talk about issues that are of relevant importance that we see little or no government action on. The sovereignty of a state is not about how much weapons you have. The sovereignty of a state begins with the protection of the economic, social, and other interests of the state. The sovereignty of a state goes beyond having a well-trained army or force. It's about the structures and institutions that sustain the independence of the state and assures the people of safety, not only in terms of material safety, but also health and economic safeties. All of these things are absent in Sierra Leone. And going back to what I started with, the powers given to the president, fountain of honor and justice. Justice, not in terms of who wins a case or not. That's just one side of justice. Justice in terms of how the wealth of the nation is distributed and made available for every citizen. That is the most important aspect of justice. It doesn't mean the state has to be a charity organization or an NGO. It means the state must provide for and create institutions that will allow every citizen access to the good of the nation when and how that citizen wants to, within the laws as they dictate. It is justice in terms of when people decide to say, okay, go and represent us, that decision is not tampered with by somebody because they think they are the cousins of God and should be in power. Today, I am going to ask the question, why is Julius Maada Wonibio quiet over a lot of things that are going wrong in Sierra Leone? Why? As fountain of honor and justice, as the one charged with taking care of the Constitution, as the guardian of the Constitution and guarantor of national independence and territorial integrity, and also the one who ensures that treaties and international agreements are kept. Why is he quiet? Why is he quiet? As head of state and supreme authority of the Republic of Sierra Leone, why is he quiet? There are a number of issues I will deal with today. The issue with IMF, the corridor holdings issue, the Yoslidakas issue, and more so, the gross disregard and disrespect for a decision they took, a decision that some of us are classifying as illegal. Illegal because no two political parties can represent 24 political parties that are registered in the country. That's illegal. A decision they have chosen to give the name tripartite to. Why is it that the recommendations are not being implemented? Instead, we see or we hear an announcement of new districts and the division of Freetown City into two, which is tantamount to gerrymandering. Because there's no economic explanation for that. There is no social explanation for that. Your government is broke. The country is broke. You had 12 institutions you cannot manage. If you multiply them into 24, can you manage them? So there's no economic justification for whatever has been done. It's a political motive and it's a political move. And why is it that we should have that move at this time when we are still not even sure of how the last elections went? When we are still not even sure of the way forward with what has been agreed on by two set of people calling themselves the major political parties in the Republic, without due regard to the rights of the citizens. Why is Julius Maada Wonibio quiet when Guineans have come into Sierra Leone and taken territory? If I'm to deal with these issues, I think I'll go in depth a little bit for people to understand how some of these institutions operate, what led to some of these conditions, and what needs to be done. Because what I see here, if I want to be honest, I see a country being run by a group of people that are apprehensive and reactive and who are always ready to use intimidation and impunity, but with little technical skills to run a country. Very little technical skills to run a country. And on Monday, I did ask another question. Is Julius Maada Wonnie Bio a blessing or a curse to Sierra Leone? If we look at what is happening in Sierra Leone, I think this must be the point in time when Sierra Leoneans should wake up and begin to examine issues. We have to stop being carried away by our emotions. Oh, they don't do this here now. They don't do that here. Yes, it will continue until thy kingdom come. If we don't stop being emotional and examining the issues, what led to them, why they happen, and how they happen. There is always going to be who did it. There is always, in every event in life, there is always going to be an actor. Don't focus on the actor. Focus on the reason. Reason. Why is this happening? How did it happen? To start with, let us begin with the IMF situation. As of a few days ago, the IMF has suspended Sierra Leone temporarily. Whether they are going to lift that suspension is up for us to see in due course, because there are certain conditions that have to be met before that suspension is going to be lifted. What are the implications? Well, of course, some people say, oh, well, we don't need the IMF. We are no, 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 no. We cannot run away from the IMF like we cannot run away from the United Nations. We cannot run away from global institutions that allow us to do business globally. If we have a bank in Sierra Leone that is run by Sierra Leoneans, that bank has to be recognized and accredited by some international institutions that are in banking for that bank to be liquid and trustworthy. If you have an insurance company in Sierra Leone, that company has to be recognized and approved of by certain international institutions connected with insurance for that institution to have insurance policies and practices that can be applicable globally. That's how the world works. The IMF is not a money machine. Yes, they can give support, they can give assistance when there is need. But the IMF is a guiding institution for our financial and fiduciary institutions. And the IMF has about 190 members. It will interest most of you to know that all the countries today who are trying to get a new economic system in place that we call BRICS are members of the IMF. Yes, they are. Russia, South Africa, China, etc. They are members of the IMF. So, being a member of the IMF does not make you a weak nation or a dependent nation. Well, of course, in the past, the IMF and the World Bank were one institution, but they have been divided. And today, the IMF operates as a separate institution to the World Bank, but they have areas that their operations coincide, correlate, and collaborate. With that made clear, what are the implications of this IMF suspension? And why did they suspend Sierra Leone? From information we got, which is yet to be denied by the government, there was an allocation made. Okay, somebody say La talk Creole. Sorry, sir, Mr. Boy. Today I am just wanting to be professional, sir. I'm sorry. Okay, now I will come to Creole. The IMF don't suspend Sierra Leone. Whether they go lift the suspension or not, we don't know. It depends on what the government of Sierra Leone get for do for meet the conditionalities where the IMF be don put before. As I say just now in English, membership in the IMF not because we want for they go bigger money. Yes, IMF can give we financial support if them feel say in need for make we get financial support. But IMF gets well over 190 members. We include then countries them who they call BRICS. That is Russia, South Africa, etc., Brazil, etc. So for being a member of IMF, no mean say pass you for they go bigger. Countries then doing the IMF where they know they give them 1 cent because then countries then they run the economy properly. But what is the reason for joining IMF? We they join IMF because IMF now like the body where they guarantee we ability for do business internationally. IMF na the body where they guarantee say if we need assistance from, let we say, a company in Sierra Leone wants loan from an international financial bank. If Sierra Leone is not cleared by the IMF, that company they not go get that money because na part of the duty of the IMF for guarantee the credit worthiness of a country. And if you see they not guarantee the credit worthiness of a country, it will make it difficult for even private sector institutions for access loan. It will make it difficult for foreign investors for come na the country. So IMF not to just about money, giving money. It's also about assisting a country for maintain what they call in credit worthiness. Just like we already in the diaspora, We get chance to get loans from the banks, them, at the countries, the whole day. But we go only get them loan and day if we get a credit rating. Who do they do the credit rating? Now an institution they do the credit rating. Compare that institution where they do you private credit rating to what you call IMF. IMF now then they do the credit rating for the country. In certain cases, if they see say the country they go through certain economic strain, they need help, they will gather here and there and say, okay, we'll now take this money, use for this purpose. Take this money, use for this purpose, use for that purpose. Then they want to now for report back to them. Say, we don't use this, so we'll now show evidence. This is not the exact role of IMF. Then they can any country. And I sure say, we are saving European countries, them, they don't go to IMF. Then do what thing for do. Now we know the hear about IMF now then countries, but then still they work with them quietly. Finland, after 2008 financial problem in America, the economy collapsed totally. The government collapsed. They had to go to the IMF to revamp. Now they are coming back to, but then still get business with IMF. Greece, we don't hear it. Portugal, we don't hear it. Spain, we don't hear it. These are all countries some of us will want to come and live in. But these countries are also members of the IMF, and then they get support from the IMF. Support not in terms of giving money, but in terms of advising them on how to run certain things in the economy, etc., etc. So, with that role of the IMF, we go say, now they are the credit guarantors of Sierra Leone. And if they are the credit guarantors of Sierra Leone, then get every business for know how the money now the country they pass. Yes, if they don't know, then they're not going to guarantee we. Given that role, the IMF say they don't suspend Sierra Leone. Why? Because recently they been give certain conditions and what things say, law work by this. This money they for use for this purpose, that purpose, that purpose. Then later they ask say, how now do I use this money? Then get report say, oh, part of this money we have paid 60 almost $1 million for road construction. I may say, but road construction was not part of what we agreed. May not elect for deal with the people them who they do all that thing. I elect for deal with the issue behind the thing. So I not go too much into Pavi fought this and that's not how I operate. Here I talk about the issues because the issues are what makes Sierra Leone stable, is what makes Sierra Leone progressive or otherwise. If even now they ask the question, why is Julius Maada Wonnie quiet? I am asking, why is the president with that name quiet when things are going wrong? If no other person be sit on there, at the same thing I for do. Because Sierra Leone big pass we all. They'll begin understand that. And you don't reach time, they'll put down that open call. We don't open call with people and say, look we country today. I don't want to use the word. But when Donald Trump been talk about Africa, I think he applied to Sierra Leone. He applied to we. We not get good hospital, we not get water supply, rain come. You they see all the rubbish they flow within the gutters. Hey, Bo, what's wrong with we? And where is this education that we are boasting about? Athens of West Africa. Look at our place. Look at our country. Compare to Gambia. Compare to Guinea, who been there before. Compare to Ghana. Compare to Nigeria. We're not with them in Kalan. What is wrong with us? Why we're not for able to run we self peacefully, and why we're not for sit down say, let us make this place for all of us? Which God where they exist, we go make say some people for better pass the other one. Which God where they exist, we say you get people that we choose over all the other one that we create. Because now then perceptions now they make some of we with all we education, we they come back and suffer with people them. We don't know say when you get education, you for be of service to the people. If your brother is happy, you are happy. If your brother is on the path to wealth, you are also going to be wealthy. This is what the Nigerians are doing. When I go ask the Igbo them, Igbo, then get a culture, Usai. One person better, they call the other and then they can work for him for some time. Within that period, he get that money. When the term done, he give them, say, yeah, go start your own life. And then he say, they don't settle them. Something like Osusu. The Fulani then get that. Other nations then get that. We own now for cause and effect. Who get access to money now for scatter. All man they make party dance. It's time we wake up in Sierra Leone. Because at the end of the day, all what you they do so, now foreigners they profit. We economy not in our hand, it in the hands of foreigners because we not the sit down for say how we go do this, especially in a place who say we all now relatives, we all blood relatives in Sierra Leone. It don't matter whether the person they talk Mende, Creole, local, Limba, whatever. Look at Sierra Leone. What do they see? Same surnames all over the country, with a few exceptions. Look at Sierra Leone, what do they see? A place with one culture and two traditions. Look at Sierra Leone, what do they see? A place who say every district gets a place where they call Sumbuya. Every district in Sierra Leone has a place called Sumbuya. That's an indication that we are one people and one country. As Lamina Sanko been say. Lamina Sanko, when have been Reverend Etheldred Nathaniel Jones, we change the name to Lamina Sanko. When he come to England, he come to study, come, he say, me not Creole, but them people are now people them. Let go join them. He change the name, he go up line, he begin campaign to people them. He say, we all now one country and one people. Try for make them understand, say, irrespective of the language, they talk, we are the same people. Now, in one of the founder members of the political party within a power, so where they do the mess, where they lead the country down the drains. Shameful. Now, then can go there meeting, one country, one people. They don't even know what it mean. They don't know what it mean. They just they talk. You're like the one they all go both school where they are like manners make it man. They don't even know what that means. Manners make it man means you have to respect ethical and moral standards. And do we have those in Sierra Leone? No, we don't. Sierra Leone don't feel like what me granny been they call Bobogia. All man they do I like. We have to wake up in Sierra Leone. because Sierra Leone is bigger than all of us. And Sierra Leone is going to live forever. None of us shall. None. We all get for die and left this place one day. So even for they go up and call people, they kill people. Now we stop that. If you are not going to die, continue to kill people. But if you are going to die, stop it. That's gross inhumanity. There is a connection between all of us. We souls then connect. We spirits then connect. Whenever you kill somebody, you are hurting yourself spiritually. But let us not deviate too much. We'll come back to this IMF. IMF don't suspend we. And then say until we correct some of their anomalies here, the suspension will continue. So what do we do and how do we do it? There are certain steps where we follow. But all them steps then they go happen if we get a government we're ready for take action. Not only for open call and citizens them. Before they go upon the actions, let's look at Sierra Leone. What are the issues? Transparency by the government is a problem. Even when things they go wrong, they don't care much about telling you the truth. They will come and explain it away, make it as nice as they want, because all them sabi for do na propaganda. That put them in simple terms. Then we look at Koidu Holdings. What is the significance of Kono District? What is the history of this company? I will just give a brief history. 1994-95, the RAF being done the Mona, the military junta who been there because one reason or the other, they were not able to organize themselves properly. They asked for assistance from a South African firm, mercenary company. This company came, they're not able to pay them, then decide, say, okay, we go give una land for mine, una take that land, loan us, give we the service we need. That was how Koidu Holdings started. It started as Branch Energy, a wing of the executive outcomes. Going on, Koidu Holdings begin change hands because at the very beginning, the contract for give land to a company in exchange for service for end the war was not properly done. And one of the problems we Sierra Leone gets, if I can put this down for now, is that since independence, we have never been able to contract properly for make the country get benefit from a mineral and other resources. Even in agriculture, when foreign companies then come for do agriculture, large scale agriculture, the contracting so poor that it not there to the advantage of the country. Then they go give land to people then for plant. Almost then they pay $5 per acre. Ebo, what in $5 per acre get for do for the people them? Then they take the people and land, the people then not get access to the land. Why have we not, in 64 years, sat down to look at ways and means for change them policies then they for make them to the advantage of the people. Not because you want to take the lion's share. It's not possible to get a lion's share. Not in mining, not in agriculture, if these are going to be done by foreign companies. It's not possible. That man wake out in money and in technology, now if always get the lion's share. But let us take an example in agriculture, for example. Say, okay, rather than we take this leasehold fee of $5 per acre, let's say, okay, we come with a new policy for say, okay, any company will come, you are going to sign a partnership contract with the landowners. The landowners are going to have a cooperative and a trust fund. Then go give una the land, priority employment, na them picking them. When una don't make profits at the end of the year, una give a percentage to the people. Then we get a minimum percentage royalty na Sierra Leone for every company and every sector. Say in agriculture, we say the minimum percentage should be 25%. In mining, minimum percentage should be 30%. Take it or leave it. When these people come to do business with you, they know this is your law. They have an option to agree or not to do business. And especially so in the mining sector, not to by force say we for do mining right now. Like Cote d'Ivoire, they get more minerals than we. But since independence, they have concentrated on building the agricultural foundation. The economy of La Cote d'Ivoire is run on agriculture. They are the largest coffee producers. Cacao, I think, yeah, cacao producers on earth. They don't surpass Ghana. Coffee, I think they're amongst the first five. Pineapples, palm products, a lot of things them, where they export and make revenue from. Now that's the run La Cote d'Ivoire. Guinea, soon they can start for mine the yon sector of the Nimba Mountain iron ore deposits. La Cote d'Ivoire say the yon deposit lay donde. As a matter of fact, as we talk so, now a park de Games Park. When a people are ready to build up themselves, this is what they do. When the people are not ready to build up themselves, they privatize public issues. The privatization of we country, the privatization of we economy, even the politics of Sierra Leone are the reason we make we country they be in. And if they reach you side, they reach so, some of we get for ask, why is the man charged with the responsibility of protecting the Constitution? Why is the man charged with the responsibility of being the fountain of honor and justice? Honor in terms of keeping the sanity of the state. When you look at Freetown City, there is nothing honorable about Sierra Leone. If somebody take a drone over Freetown City, the images we go get, there's nothing honorable about Sierra Leone. The capital city representing us is as filthy as it could be anywhere on earth. Freetown is the largest slum in Africa. Is that honorable? Where is the fountain of honor? Justice. How do we classify or understand justice in Sierra Leone? Is justice partial? Why should justice always be against the majority of the people? We want answers to these questions. If I reach here, I will take a short break. And in the interim,
Now we diamond in our ground. Gold they flow, but we they suffer long. Green hill them rise from the sway, but belly dry now the mango tree. Big man they chop, we they survive. Them sell we dream, we the strive. Who side in money, land so blessed. Riches they not grown, but we no get rest. We hand them empty, we voice them sore. Tell me why, oh tell me why we poor. Blood na the ground war we don't know. Hand tight, see them no grow. Word them fade like evening sun. Youth they run, but hope now they come. Bridge them broke, water wide. Dream them drown deep, now the tide. Who side the money, land so blessed. Riches they not grown, but we no get rest. We hand them empty, we voice them so. Tell me why, oh tell me why we poor. Diamond to shine, but better still dry. Gold they glitter, but it no get fire. Big man talk sweet, but poison they. Song for freedom, we know they hear they. Who side the money, land so blessed. Riches they not run, but we no get rest. We hand them empty, we voice them so. Tell me why, oh tell me why we poor. Picking eye, reflect the sky. Hope not die, we still they try. Rich land, empty hand, we they endure. Wait for answer, heart them pure. Picking a night, reflect the sky. Hope no die, we still the try. Rich land, empty hand, we they endure. Wait for answer, heart them pure.
Okay. This banner, oh na the sea, it belong to a new group. We're ready for take up the civic and advocacy responsibility for Sierra Leone. This is not a political party. I repeat, it's not a political party. And not get attachment to any political person. It's open to every Sierra Leonean. You the SLPP, you want join we. If you're not progressive, join we. You the NGC, you want join we. If you're not progressive, join we. You the APC, if you're not progressive, you want join we, join we. Any of the other political parties, them you want join we, join we. Because to us, Sierra Leone is the political issue, not to the parties them. How for make Sierra Leone a better place for Sierra Leoneans. And this group is already registered. It's registered in the United Kingdom. It's registered in Sierra Leone. We mission and vision, I go read them to Una. We vision, we want a democratic, just and inclusive Sierra Leone who say all citizens, irrespective of the region, your language, your gender, your status, go practice and participate politics and go enjoy the same social equity and part of the distribution of the national income as you make effort. Nobody know they go give charity. That NGO mentality we need for begin move away from them. If you make effort for do something for yourself, if they get for pay you for make you able live a decent life from day one of the month to the end of the month, if they get for pay you for make you get access to social benefits them like loan from banks, etc. Now that's now we vision. The vision where they make most of we they run consider na the diaspora. Now we want for put in place na Sierra Leone and make sure say we sustain them. Within our mission, we they engage democratic institutions and persons and cooperate for co-create. Not only they create the answers demo, but to they help and assist for co-create sustainable solutions for communities and stakeholders that addresses Sierra Leone's social, economic, cultural, and institutional challenges. With a focus on strengthening electoral integrity, promoting social justice, and ensuring and enhancing citizens' engagement in government and development. Wetin we dey do and how we dey do am. We dey promote electoral and social justice. And I want for take time out for explain this electoral justice thing. I go put this banner down. Because when they say electoral justice, people then they associate them with one person. Then feel say na a political thing. It's not. Electoral justice is not a political slogan. Electoral justice is about sustaining the democratic processes of electioneering through ensuring and assuring free, fair, transparent electoral processes. Just now, I will begin discuss one of the things that will make us ask that question about why is Julius Maada Wonnie quiet? And one of the things that I get for discuss is connected with electoral justice. The creation of the new districts in Sierra Leone and the division of Freetown into two cities. It's incumbent and connected to electoral justice. Because looking at what has been done, the government don't begin gerrymander for win the next election. And that's very unfair to the people of Sierra Leone. It's electoral injustice in every shape, in every form. Coming back to the progressives, we therefore ensure say during our activities, We go empower communities. We go support civic education, youth engagement, and women's inclusion. Women's inclusion, not in terms of who that go get right for going to parliament, but women's inclusion across the board. In local communities, how women then go participate for make themselves their own contributions, assist the country for go before. This country where they would then call Norway, the women them, they participate more than men. As a matter of fact, they get a rule of this country. Peking come first, women second, pets third, men, me, a man, I mean the last in the order of social safety protections. I know they say na so for good one as Sierra Leone. Maybe we culture not they allow that, but we get for begin respect women. If we respect women, then we respect God because God has a feminine side. Women are the replica or the manifestation of creativity and creation, sustaining creation. And God is a creator who sustains creation. So God has a feminine side. This is one of the things where they're not been tell we, and the religion they would then go preach to we. God has a feminine side, he has a masculine side. Because duality is what exists. Good, bad, joy, sorrow, etc., etc. But that will be for another day's talk. Today, let's continue. We address also developmental challenges in the country. How for tackle unemployment, inequality, healthcare, education deficits, all are things them with this institution therefore look at. We go build policy recommendations, we go tell the politicians, and we will tell the public, say, this is what we have recommended. Importantly, we dey look at how to preserve we cultural identity. One of the reasons we make Sierra Leone not they go before is that we don't move from we natural man. We take identities where we're not able to maintain, so now it costs we more. One of the reasons we make we not they go before is that the things them will for produce goods and services from when a part of we cultural identity, we molest them, we they go take other people their own. Ghana, they make profit from Kente, then country close. Yes, and they make profit from them. Ghana, they make profit from making bicycles with bamboo. Then bicycles, they would then bring them to Europe, then they sell them almost $1,000. Ghana, they make profit from them foodstuffs, them, when they package properly, they export all over the world. Even here, I dey buy some Ghanaian yam where they make like fufu, plantain where they make like fufu. I can make some, I wanted they make fufu they eat. How much of that are we doing in Sierra Leone? How much of we cultural things them we respect in Sierra Leone? So this group therefore ensures say we preserve and research with cultural identities and goods and services for make we begin use them for profit. Finally, we go to give recommendations about how to improve on our institutional capacity. Other things then they we'll go consider, but as I say, we may be political, like civil society, like trade union movement, but we are not partisan. I'll make that clear. We are not a political party. We do not get any affiliation to any political party, and we don't want to be affiliated to a political party. We want for keep our independence because that way we will serve as a force to change Sierra Leone for the better. You get your million for bribe, take and create jobs in Sierra Leone. Don't come and talk to us. Please, if you come to us, we know what we'll tell you. We don't want your millions. Invest in Sierra Leone. Do something for the people of Sierra Leone. Then we'll clap for you. We'll give you laurels. Coming back to today's topic. Sorry about that. The delimitations them we they don't do recently, what they call districts. I know say why they talk so I go say, hey, wait, PCB do you not talk? Yes, I not been talk. Because that I not been the social media. That not mean say not been hurt me. They been hurt me. I not been talk because I not been the social media for talk politics. I was in social media at that time, but I was limited talking the politics of Sierra Leone because by then I was an elected person in the Kingdom of Norway. That would have jeopardized and it would have been a conflict of interest. So if some of we not been talk at that time, no means they will be agree with what you do. But that notwithstanding, I want to make a point clear now. This habit of copying wrong precedences we get for stop and Sierra Leone. Because that's been done do am, so it's get right for do am. No, it not go that way. It not go that way. It not go that way. If your papa not been thief man, no mean say if you be thief man. Except if you want for be a thief, yourself. If your papa not been beggar, no mean say if you be a beggar. Except if you want for be a beggar, yourself. If your papa not been drunkard, no mean say if you be a drunkard. Except if you want for be a drunkard, yourself. So those precedences don't hold and not true and not get no scientific base. We need for stop them because now this copy of wrong precedents now don't lead we down the road to hate and impunity in Sierra Leone. The first thing we get to understand as a people is that there is none of us who is perfect. Me, what they talk so are not perfect. I get a lot of faults. I get a lot of things very wrong with me. And if somebody tell me, Sibo, this theory they do not correct, not to reason for me for take annoyance. Wisdom dictates that if people enter say what you they do so not correct, if even you not agree with them, don't make it an issue. Take your time, examine yourself, sit down, ask certain questions, observe certain things. Maybe the people want to lead you to a road that will be profitable for you. But the Solomon, as you tell and say this, oh, what you make you want to tell me that? Who do you think say you be? You take annoyance. The next thing, now for use impunity. I go show you say me a man. We don't show self saying a man, take they look who country where lucky. I will show you say me a woman. We don't show self say me a woman, take they look who country where lucky. And the worst thing they do, we they lie and we self they mystify things that we not need for mystify. I'll go look for you, I'll go work out for you. You go to a man saying I look wrong at this, not that. If that man get the ability for create change, I ain't say force before don't change. If you look gone and then think they be the work, poverty not for this alone. Not for the day. So we need for do a lot of examination and we therefore stop using the method or the methods where they cause the problem for you solve the problems. Yes, we all don't do mistake. Governments have come and they made their mistakes. Warrant say when a new government come, if we use that against the past government. After all, the country belongs to Sierra Leoneans, not to a party. The ability for can revenge. You dey tell the people them implicitly say, we own this country, we can do as we like. And you are not elected to do as you like. You are elected to run the affairs of the people, whether they voted for you or not. You are given a mandate, and that mandate reflects the percentage of legitimacy. It not reflect, say, the other one they hate you. It not reflect that. It reflects, say, you get the legitimacy because the majority say, do this on our behalf. So do it for everybody. I am a trade unionist. I know what it mean where they go negotiate. Una they sit on a table, days, weeks, una they negotiate for new salary and conditions of service. But not to for una member no more. When they approve that condition of service, everybody who they work in that sector automatically they benefit from them. When a trade union organization negotiate or bargain for get a new condition of service, when it is implemented across the board for members of the trade union and non-members. That's how a country should be run. But we can't show them. You show who? Your own blood cousins and relatives. Because you they talk one language and the other man they talk other language and you feel say now your enemy. And you forget say you and the person you get same surnames. You name Kamara or Koroma, the person name Kamara or Koroma, you name Tarawali, the other one name Tarawali, but now they talk different language. And because of that mentality, say, we for teach the wire. So now, when they go divide the country into regions and districts, we not necessary. Creating new districts in Sierra Leone at a time like this, especially so following the IMF suspension, is the biggest joke any sober-minded government would do. But until now your mind not sober, until now get lie deckers, until every day una they take small. So but that not to my business. Do we really want Sierra Leone to belong to Sierra Leoneans? Or are we just there to act like how they call them? Marionettes? Which in the end they call it entemute. Then put you in a rope, they shake you, they fling you all over the place. Is that what we want our country to be? A marionette nation. And most times, people will not look at the realities of what is happening in Sierra Leone. And they are big, the international community. The international community will never take us serious. Not to then get for can make we, now we get for make we safe. How we prayed, we bid, that's so go lay down day. If we pray and fine, the international community they come, they help we make them fine. If we pray and war, we then come now the war place then the day. They not care. Countries in Africa already for do well for themselves, then they get the cooperation of the same international community. Botswana, when they get independence 1966, they had only 22 university graduates and a few high school leavers. When Botswana discovered diamonds in 1970s, then decide say, let's make a country for ourselves. They negotiated with a company who been they operating in Sierra Leone up to 1975. When I be major shareholders, now the mining company who been they corner they call SLST, Sierra Leone Selection Trust. That company name, the Bears Consolidated. Botswana negotiated with them. They got 50% shareholding. Then form a company with the company we come, they call them Debswana. And since Debswana began operating in Botswana, the input into the economy don't make Botswana the most stable economy in Africa. And Botswana and Sierra Leone are almost the same size. Botswana then a desert, we do say all the potentials there. How they think, I no problem. When I low left, low left this scatter mentality. You know, they help nobody. And I don't care what you think, say you achieve in this life. If you're not able for left a society or contribute for left a society that is sustainable, whatever you work for, they are lucky. We don't say I'm boku boku. People and they will be get plenty money, then we get big name. When they die, all things go in waste. Because we society not organized. We society now, they allow wealth creation. There are people in Sierra Leone with money to invest. Why is it that all tempers will they go and look for foreign investors? Because we society not get allowance for people, for get trust, for put their money and create wealth. And who are responsible for that? The people in politics, the people in governance, the people in public administration. We know they come with policies for make people then build trust in the society. Who now for build trust, now they are kata umamoi them pass all. This has to change. We see some of who they talk, not to vexation, not to hate, not to frustration, and again no malice against any Sierra Leonean. If I'm not wealthy, I am assured of one thing. I get what I eat, stay, I die, my picking then go get what in and they inherit from me. I have a little baby. So I don't get no hate for nobody. But some of these things have to stop. Because if you not stop, that place will call home. Some of we not see as home anymore. As I am talking, I have nothing doing in Norway. I am pensioned. I don't get nothing for doing at this country. There are things I should have been doing in Sierra Leone, but because the society not structured, you not get trust. Some of us are finding it difficult to go down there and start something. Not out of fear. I not again nobody had the fear. If I go and kill me, and eat me body now, na business. I'm over 70. If I was in Sierra Leone, I would have been dead and gone a long time ago because the society is so reckless, you know, get nothing for protect people their safety. Environment-wise, health-wise, everything is topsy-turvy. But some of who they talk because there are people there who have the same right to life. There are people there who have the same right to the opportunities where some of we get. Why for once can't we consider the more people we empower, the more people we build up, the better will be wealth creation. If today you have 500,000 people who can afford to spend in terms of buying goods and services. If we increase that to, say, 5 million people out of 8 million, do we know the cumulative benefits of that in society? Do we know how much wealth will be created within a short time? Do we know how many billionaires will grow within a short time? China took less than 50 years to develop. Today, China gets, I believe, the greatest number of billionaires. Yes, it's a communist country, but they get billionaires. One, they get the population to make billionaires. Two, they get a highly developed human resource. They get a highly developed and sustainable social and economic system. We can do the same in Sierra Leone if we are ready. And we therefore be ready by putting behind us all this badat, all this hate, all this division. We have to understand, say, we're all blood brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone. It no matter if the person, even the one that they call Creole, I'll fumble them. I'll fumble them because some of who papa them and grandpa them, they sell them papa and then grandpa into slavery. The British man not being forget, then get records. So when they're ready for end what they call slavery, then bring the people, then back them, picking them to side them, and take them papa and mama them. If for anything, if we are human enough, we owe them an apology rather than looking at them as strangers. We owe them an apology for make we get spiritual peace. We owe a lot of apologies in Sierra Leone to each other to make we get spiritual peace in the country. Because that's one thing that is disturbing us. The energies of the country is all on hate, division, low energy. And who say hate and division? Even in the home, if mama, papa, all 10 and they pampalava, the picking and they are lucky, yeah? And they are lucky. They come up fine. That energy, they affects them. When allow sit down, let we think. When allow sit down, let we ask certain questions. Julius Maada, you are a very fortunate man. A few people, they get chance for rule a country twice. You need to make peace with yourself because you messed up. You really messed up, mister. If anybody not able to tell you that to me, they tell you. Me, Mohammed Boy Jalo Jambo, they tell you that. You've messed up. Tell me the reason for all this patrol way they all over the world. What is the benefit of all them travels here? Is it because you are afraid of something? Are you afraid to stay in your country? If you have to stay in your country, you will stay there. But stop all this waka waka, things they go wrong in the country. You know, they say thing. Honestly, that time we and Mamadi Dumbe have been meet up in a border. I see part of the video. The way he treat you, I was annoyed. He snubbed you. Don't you see something? Later, a Kansai Freeton well armed. Now he has taken over Yenga. This Yenga issue, we don't start from the days after the war end. By then, I was in transit. When I came to Norway, I heard about Yenga. I said, oh, that's a place I should talk about because I know the background. Fortunately for me, as a student at Jala University in the 70s, Yenga, Waima, and the other things, then they even come up and we study of geography. We got a clear explanation of how that came about. I don't do 2 programs on this platform on Yenga. I don't write several blogs on Yenga. I don't write about the reason why Conakry and Bouquet not a part of Sierra Leone. Because if we look at the northern border, that straight line, latitude 10 degrees, if you go to the coast, from Bouquet downwards for the inside Sierra Leone, all of them things and then advice are the key. You go and employ so-called consultants and pay them foolish money for things they don't know about. I know they say can't give me money. I know they say can't talk to me. But some of these things we say on this platform is to guide you. I have no malice against anybody in Sierra Leone. But you have to begin to act like the office you hold. Koidu Holdings. This issue don't drag for a long time. Why it don't reach this stage? Is it true that some of you have received brown envelopes? Because if not for that, why is it that action was not taken? Yes, Koidu Holdings get a lot for account for. I have done my research. They have been rogue. But we have allowed this rogue process for last over 2 years. Now we want to take action. So who is fooling who? Who is fooling who? Why is it that una take cash more than una posterity in Sierra Leone? Cash wey sometimes by tomorrow the value don't change. You don't unlucky. You get $1 million today. Now we imagine say, look what happened recently in America. Few days, people then lost billions in the stock market. Some people their money go, they know they ever get her again. What's in this big thing about cash? Oh, now they understand. See, the greatest wealth on earth is trust. Build trust. Let people trust you. Trust other people. Have a network. Sit together. Plan. And then you'll see the profits of the earth. What is so big about you people not understanding these simple principles of life? And why is it that unable to understand, say, challenges are meant for us to face? Why do we have to be hating and killing each other because of the challenges of development? For every challenge, there is a profit behind. Anything when a problem, you get profit. It depends how you take them. Like them plastics, they would flow all over Freetown and the gutter them. That's a multi-billion business. But who is looking at them? Because when I get this falsehood, you're not going to be Kabila, I'm not going to go together, dirty. Sweden is making trillions of dollars, taking all the waste from Europe. Yes. Waste management is a multi-billion business. But you guys don't know because your education is not meant for you to think and be innovative. The education of the boast button alone is meant to make us servants. Zombies. You wait for somebody for think, he say, do this, you do them. He say, yes, I have done it, sir. There are a lot of things happening in Sierra Leone today that are challenges that we can use to create wealth, to create jobs, to create other things. But because we focus not upon that, we focus there on how for kapu money, buy $50,000 watch, buy $100,000 car. So we think, oh, life is good. LG. And all don't on television, salon, LG television. and allow try change. Change is a process that takes place all the time. It's part of the dynamics of existence. The universe, scientifically, they don't prove say it change all the time, it expand. Now, even the one that they talk about quantum mechanics, then they talk say change they happen all the time. Then they talk about the connectivity in everything, what they call quantum entanglement. These are things we may be dealing with at some later point. So you therefore begin to understand, say, there is a connectivity in everything we think and do in life. There is a connectivity in everything that exists. But there is one thing that is out of our control. That is change. Change changes all the time. If you don't change with the change and flow with the frequency, if you allow change to change you, at times it may be painful. If I reach there, that's my last word for today. I will come back on Monday. When I come on Monday, I will come with some PowerPoint presentations we'll go look at, and we will see some recommendations as how to take things forward. Thank you very much. May Fambul them will join me today. Today I see plenty new faces. La go back. My sister is at Timbo. How are you? How my brother they do? I hope they do fine. Tell her I do for me, huh? I see Miata Masakoi. Yande Bua Kawiena. Them Masakoi are people them way who be don't get long relationship with. The term way the late Chief Beve Masakoi been the work na Puja Hospital. One me uncle been go work there. Both of them became friends to the extent that when Beve become chief, we be they come free tongue, it be they visit we. So the Masakoi them, I consider them as part of me family line, even though we may not be related by surname or whatever. Mama, thank you for coming. Ona keep coming. Ona share this platform. Here we talk about Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is above everybody. Alex Smith, KTK, Ona all thank you for coming. Drea, Ona help share this platform. Yeah, with the politics, so they talk now high politics. I know they deny say I know they talk politics, so but now the politics of Sierra Leone. Another one to vex because Sierra Leone big pass we all. Nobody no able to stop me for talk for salon. My political party na salon. Una thank you, una come, una the new people them do ya. Are the beg una subscribe to the platform, una help for like the platform, una share them amongst the groups that were una day to una fumble them, una party them. Let them they can't hear read the nonsense what they talk now. And I know say the nonsense what they talk one day will make sense by the grace of God, by the grace of Allah. Una love get faith. Una love we seek for peace. Because if we not get peace, all what you they talk so we not able to do them. Una love seek for love for each other. If we not like each other, all what you they do so we not able to do them. Yes, before they welcome, sir.
Mr.
I they
I,
want run away, but you don't come.
not the, not the, because me, I did do, I said, Allah, rush up, Nala.
I be one run away, but then 2 days all another year you so.
Mr. Jala, I don't tell you now. We evening, easy.
I know.
So at the rush that is at the don't prayer. As I don't be prayer, so what there is. Anyway, I want to know. I want to touch on small way you talk, but
Mm-hmm.
you talk about say where that person do this, that other person say they do am. Hello, I don't know. Just I would like to fumble me, say all these things come out.
Mm-hmm.
Just matter be be sit down at the background, you dey see all which an escurma they do, all which him perceive say na bad thing. Now income you don't can do 2 term, 3 term more worse than everything. You see this thing where they talk about where that person do and where that person, or particularly this judiciary issue.
Mm-hmm.
The courts where them be say them take APC SLPP parliamentarian and then put APC parliamentarian them
Mm-hmm.
na the southeast now then 2 people in the not to say bill. I like this game, where the judiciary then are the president in pocket. So they say before the election,
Mm-hmm.
one candidate been there when SLPP posting self petition now, not to APCO, but it been too late now before the judgment come out. His name then at the ballot, in picture then at the ballot. As you know, the person come out from the southeast. So when results come out, the man win the election, but enough for contest. So now the Los Mother Bio and anybody go and talk say now APC na them pull that parliamentarian and then put their own on 9 second. That was not the case. And sadly, the judiciary when them pull the 10 MPs, APC MP, they refer to that case. Can you believe that? The
Well, I
judiciary.
go believe him. I go believe him because that's what I said. That every time we they take bad precedences for one we country.
Yes, Mr. Jallo, if it is a precedent, this is the when they talk about the law. The law now like we then we can go somebody in a court,
Mm-hmm.
then talk say, okay, you come out, the command let take. This is not the case.
Nobody, that's unconstitutional. Let me tell
But
you
the
that now. Listen to me.
okay, okay.
I don't always want to say it, but I'm party to the Constitution when it was written because by then I was serving in the Teachers Union. I've been the seat now the Peter Lorenzo Tucker Constitution Commission. The Teachers Union may get seat there. Anytime don't come out from the sitting, with the can you see certain American embassy be they sign a seat there so we they come,
Mm.
we report to people them. We make the ask questions, we get discussions with them based on public opinion. Now that will be they go back with for go talking at the constitution. I want to assure the people that that constitution, even though it has been watered down, but the original draft where we prepare, it was a people's constitution. As a matter of fact, he been get 2 houses. He been get upper house, which I would say the paramount chief and other people them for did let them come up and parties and politics. I make all I can talk now say we need for revisit that constitution day. There is nothing in the constitution that says when somebody lost his seat as elected member, the all can second, nine for take. There is everything in the constitution we say when somebody lost his seat, either through petition, death, or otherwise, there should be a by-election, which was not done. And that's why I blame the APC. They know this, they all sit down and shut up. The APC don't connive with this government, rogue government, in a lot of things. Even that election of speaker is unconstitutional. The vote against Lara Taylor Pierce is unconstitutional because Section 108 of the Constitution say Any voting will require 2/3 majority, and that clause 108 is an entrenched clause. If we want to change it, we have to go to a referendum. That part say 2/3 majority of elected members of parliament, not those present in the well of parliament. You see, this is the danger about electing people into politics will not get the relevant knowledge and experience. What I see as part of the problem of Sierra Leone today is that we have a lot of people in Sierra Leone. They may claim to be lawyers or whatever, but they not get the relevant experience about the nitty-gritties of governance and what most of them things here imply. You understand?
Yes.
The interpretation of the Constitution, whether they go to Supreme Court or not, begins everywhere on earth. The interpretation of every law begins with the semantics. Ask any lawyer that he will tell you what you tell is correct. The semantical meaning, now first, before then they come to the technical meaning. And the semantical statement, section 108 of the Constitution is clear. 2/3 majority of members of parliament implies every elected, not those in the well of parliament.
Okay. Make I just tell you about this thing further. Because you don't mention, see, what happen, even the speaker, elect the speaker, or that thing. The people that would put in parliament, first of all, the constitution, it talks, say, they only get 4 months. After 4 months, that case no day again. They pull them after 1 year.
4 months for waiting.
The parliamentarian them, where if anybody petition them, that lawyer or that judge get 4 months for decide the case. So then decide the case after 1 year. Then they decide the case. So the APC protested, say it's unconstitutional. Even that boy Usman Timbo, win a lawyer, with him pull. He stand on that fact today. Mr. Jallo is the judiciary, they don't listen. They will not even talk about this. I've just talking to them, may know how the judiciary not work na saloon.
But if you're not a work, who are responsible now, God?
No, Mr. Jallo, what you going for do when you can go the case na court? You appeal against a case. They not call the case. You talk, say, what for you go beat the lawyer or the judge.
You know why all them things and they work in Sierra Leone?
No, sir.
Because we they operate as individuals in Sierra Leone. The very problem of Sierra Leone is that everybody is a privatized mind. Now, even when it comes on collective things, people don't take part. Ebo, mela sidam, once me on bread, once me on pot de boil. Mister, no government is bigger than the people that it governs. If a government is aware that if we do this, the people they all go rise up, say no to God and go afraid for do certain things. But when a government aware say we can do this, we call one person in a corner, put some money in a bank account, we go scot-free. That's what is happening.
Mr. Jallo, this me, I will stand, I will talk about this thing because I was following this issue. This is no good. No good. Yes, sir.
Not so you follow one of the issue now, the principles of governance
yes.
may they talk about.
Yes. No, I don't time for talking. The judiciary will not do their job
because Sierra Leoneans are not taking them to task.
Yes, first of all, the people themselves not in business. They don't know not in business.
But if the people then begin raise certain questions, I swear to God, the judiciary they behave itself.
Yes. So this case, then tell them say this 4 months don't pass. We now call this case after 1 year. And secondly, what you talk just now about, say they don't make by election. Even the APC, the lawyer then talk about say there is no way outside and talk say where somebody come out the second man for take una no see no side. And the president who they talk about, one day happen. The president who they talk about, now somebody go petition an SLPP candidate, when an SLPP person, when them don't print,
Babode.
the judiciary talk
Babode.
say, yes, sir.
Babode.
Yeah,
You see me?
yes.
I'm not a rich man, but I'm not a poor man either. And I believe, say, if I want wealth, I go get them. But I have one principle in me. I not dey look at failure, I dey look at waiting for do when challenge day. Sierra Leoneans don't face challenges. Let us say this. The judiciary can do what they like in Sierra Leone because Sierra Leoneans don't face challenges. Small election with them thief, people then say let the APC keep out of parliament and all other government functions. 2-3 days, then run go back. If they had stayed out, Maada don't go. That's
Yes,
why
I
they
mean,
take that decision day. We then pull 10 members in parliament. The other hand they will be there. If they may walk out of parliament, say we know they care again. I swear to God, they before change.
Not true. I believe you.
We
But
people
the
are
thing
not
like,
serious. Let we talk them.
yes, I
Sierra
believe you. I
Leoneans
mean,
don't know them value, they don't know them what.
I just
It's
put
all
the
about
case
me and
across.
my.
Yeah, I just put the case across. So when you talk something, we don't pass until don't see people know aware again. Let me carry out this reminder.
Senegal, where Macky Sall, they want for impose on them. All the political parties then come together. The judiciary back them. You know change?
Yes.
When?
No, compare,
No,
compare that judiciary.
we should. You know why? Don't let forget excuse us alone. Not so too hard we get. And God not partial for make Senegalese then get sense we stupid. Now we want for be stupid in us alone.
Okay, let's get another example. We Kamarimba get case. We go to court. Now the lawyer asked for making out a ju. See any day they talk about those criminal cases, they work out juror trial. Waiting they talk, then talk. The judge he deny him a juror trial.
You know why? You know why the judge do all that day?
No.
When
No,
Kamarimba get case, what was the public reaction? Some people been, this man, now we are don't catch and so. Now we been there na APC, he left we go. Yes, we are don't catch him. But what is being done to him is wrong. Would you stand behind him? No, they didn't.
So
some countries
now
then they wait and get more worse dictator than we now are. But when somebody when a public figure get case, the crowd will then they seek up na court with them. I swear to God, the government they think twice. Take Pakistan for example. You don't if you don't they follow Pakistan, you know how they talk.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Now we people are not ready for change the country. Now we people are not ready because they're not getting correct way of thinking. Don't put on straight.
Yeah.
Everybody think about himself. Nobody not ready for team up behind nobody. So this is why few rogue people they get away with the way they want things from me.
Well, me I buy that one, but me I strongly believe the judiciary now then get they don't do their job.
I know they say then they do their job. Bafodi, if you ask me, no institution necessarily know they doing job.
Yeah.
No institution. Yeah. Even the parliament know they doing job. The parliament know they doing job. The judiciary know they doing job. The executive know they do their job. Nothing is working in Sierra Leone. Let's face that. But why is this situation sustained? Now because we are divided. Boy not ready for go team up for Pafode. Pafode not ready for team up for Boy. We're not ready for team up. Say, oh, this now the ethical standards will for maintain. This not the moral standards we for maintain. This not the law we for maintain. Nobody not ready for do that. What you ready for do when things happen, for go spend money, for go underground, go see to see. Law gets the advantage. That is why we are as we are today. Bribery and corruption are part of we. Now I make languages then get them word for corruption. Mokofe, kukujumuku, tistosi. It's all telling us it's part of our culture. Can we change that? Yes, we can. But it has to be a collective wish. And that makes some of we they talk. I know they talk because I hate anybody, but they talk because I want to change some of them things. Are we ready to change them? That's the question I'm asking.
So I still therefore explain to you. So now what happened?
Mhm.
Recently, that picky when they kill na city council when Abulpaka kill him. He believes that the when a mother they give him judge and juror trial.
Yeah, because Abdul Bakar gets connection. That's
Yes,
what
they give
Sierra
him
Leone is.
yes, yes. So I just try to tell about
That's how
this
filthy
judicial.
our country is.
These people just don't. They neglected their job. They just think about salary. They
It's
just
not
care about.
about salary. You know, they beyond salary. I want to let you understand this.
Mr. Jallo, if you don't go salary, they do anything their own.
It they beyond salary. You see, Afode,
Mm-hmm.
me and you, how we grew up, what you sabi now they do, not so.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people, you may see them outside or outwardly as decent people. If you go deep and check them background, you see say most of these people came from corrupted background. They don't know anything else but corruption. I want to let you know this.
You know, Mr. Jallo,
I
yeah,
not
as
like
me, I
for
just
call names, but there are several examples in Sierra Leone. I not like for call. I don't want to deal with people, not because I'm afraid. You understand? But
yeah.
it won't pay me anything to come and begin to call names. But do your homework. Look at Sierra Leone. Most of the people in public offices are from corrupt backgrounds.
Yes, Mr. Jallo, you know, good attribute them to people just one. I mean, maybe they don't see within a poverty. All man don't
Not
go
to
through
poverty,
poverty.
not to
Then,
poverty.
no, what I
Poverty
mean.
is not the reason for corruption. The behavior of the parents, the behavior in the community most of them grew up in. Not to poverty. People that don't come up
So
from poor homes where they behave properly.
yeah, of course, there's also that. I just want to talk to saloon. What you make this kapu dinner saloon or you don't see how most of the people most of us we struggle, we are poor, we struggle for make life,
Mm.
and they get opportunity for get a job where you go able to thief a lot of money for make wealth on your own, so that you escape that poverty day with the family escape that poverty day.
Mhm.
Una not get even though not for the common good, but you don't get what you want. And you know, think me, I think saying that the reason that the way nobody
Yes,
all
that's
man
a
of
reason. That's a reason, but it is not justifiable.
nah, I'm not gonna talk to you just for
You know why
uh,
it's not justifiable?
no, sir.
Number one, we have been miseducated. Most people would want to go to school and university and expect, say, after university, life is happy go lucky. You forget everything as you wish. And these are the people, when you put them in public offices, they will loot the state. A few people go up to university, he look say, after university, la find way for do business, la make money. Like you, before they talk, you know business. I
Yeah,
don't care whatever degree you get, you go always go back to business, not so?
Of course.
And when you're in business, the amount of trust, the level of trust where they build with the people, the way they interact with, now they keep your business going.
Yes, yes.
Not so?
Yes, sir.
You
Yeah, Mr.
see,
Jallo,
we
that's
educational system now part of the problem in Sierra Leone. For most people, going to school and university is the end of it all. They hope to get a job. If they're fortunate for them within that circle where then they get job, the next thing, you not care waiting for do on the job because if you say, now I have suffered, so let me enjoy. Now they lead to corruption and looting. We
you
get
believe
plenty
wait,
factors where they affect we. I want to let you know
yeah,
this.
I will still finish that talk. I just
Mhm.
want to give example. We talk about trust.
Mhm.
Where will they do business? You believe say my brother where they go na Conakry, they full of money, no sabi then they get am business we cancel we go pay them back.
Yes,
We
that's
know one
trust.
day, we know one day owe the money, say, oh no give. That gave us a lot of forward leap for
Opportunities.
that. Yes, that capital when they give we for no can use that, we not pay money, we just
Where
bank on the
you go pay
profits.
back. If the man
Yes.
been give you 5,000, he not afraid for give 10,000. Not
No,
so.
exactly. Mr. John, now you don't talk so. So anyway,
When you pay
let
that
go back.
10,000, the man if he get 500,000 worth of goods, he know say you get the potential for sell. Like they give you
Now I will tell you, we no be get unique capital anymore. We just need for good take, we can't sell.
because you had capital.
No, just in case we no be
I
need that
say
again.
you
No.
had capital.
Or the trust.
The only capital in life is trust.
Yes, I get you.
The only
Anyway,
capital in life is trust. Cash is a medium of exchange. Trust, na the capital. Me they talk to you. Tuma, if I want to go Sierra Leone, maybe I get an opportunity for say I dey go resettle there. Maybe there are people I'll talk to say, but Carlo can go na my country. Then go pull 10, 15, 20 million, $30 million and say, can go with this law, go see what you they do. After some time, if that thing they prosper, we go can join you. Sometimes by 6 months, 1 year, they will go with billions of dollars. It's up
yeah.
to me. It's up to me
That, that,
to keep
that
that
just continue
trust.
again on that just continue again on this judicial when I talk about this case
Mhm,
is the one I know about.
mhm.
Mr. Jallo, okay. Then they come to the case for the appeal. Then tell them, see, they tell the judiciary clean, see, this the law say na form na after somebody the petitioner if be successful, if you give them 2 weeks to make it appeal. Not to the same day then cow the people for come swear at me. Mr. Jallo, how corrupt again can you be? Open like that. Yes.
Mister. You know what you get for understand?
Yes, sir.
Governance ended in 2018. You know what you get now?
No, sir.
Adevuyama Cabal.
No, Mr. Jallo, I just need
You
time
know
for I
what the
lied to
neighbor
you.
called Devuyama?
No.
That reincarnation for where quoting be don't die. You see, one thing the Sierra Leonean get for understand, everything they go on a Sierra Leone now, it get a playbook. Now revival of something will be fall nine in the pan so. So they are using all the nasty processes to get it revived. This is the hard
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah. So
That you know they
that
call
case
state capture is part of the,
complete.
the playbook.
Yes. No, I mean I just dey try for explain. Maybe what would they talk about the judiciary? What would they talk about the things that would happen in the country? May know why are this hammer on the
I
judiciary?
know, Pafode, I know.
Because
Pafode,
they not
this
talk
and they
say
what Salowa know. I know they discuss them on them platform, yeah. You know, Tindo, I want stability in Sierra Leone. And as I
Mr. General,
say, I not get malice against nobody.
Now I'll give the
But
example
I
of
want
Kenya
you to
again.
know that whatever
Yeah.
is happening now is being done systematically. I also want you to know that the APC, in the present state of disorganization, not able to win election as alone anytime more than conduct election, be it 2028 or later.
No, me, I dey tell you back, see, if na saloon, we are sabi saloon, if they make fair election, like how them dey
But
register
they not
people
get
them.
for make fair election.
No, now the time for say, now the time for say, if they make fair election, they register people them. Because the SLPP they fought Sote, Mr. Jallo, even their chairman, Suman Okapen, they not listen to them at all. They
Go
go put
find
a knock
out,
and
go
say,
find out what in the way I'm mean. You ain't go understand small bit what
oh,
they talk.
so I tell for talk say, which I remind about what don't happen at the judiciary, one only forget. Okay, if they say if somebody need 2 weeks for appeal, you the judge, you dey call people and say una count them people and then can swear them in, and then I talk about
But
a
these
president
guys
woman.
don't care about law. They don't.
Yes, so you call somebody, then you talk say even the judge talk and say a president don't happen here. Even to me, Ibrahim to me, where una know am say na he support government actions. He talks say no, the president will be happen, not do the same. Now SLPP appeal against SLPP, now make them pull about too late for them pull the person from ballot. But who that the judge listen to? That boy, uh Usman Timbo, him be surely believes say because he's a lawyer, in case could succeed. We appeal, they no want it call that case. All the appeal, they appeal, they no call in case they again. Oh. They appeal. All the 10 people, the 9 people that they pull, they appeal. Oh, they not call the case again. That's what happened in the judiciary of Sierra Leone. And it happened there. So, at the talking to them, you know, see, because like the example of Kenya, because don't forget, where Kenya, we get the same problem like we. But when they reform the constitution, what did they do? Now they take the power of appointment in the judiciary, then put government in hand. The wash and they feel get nothing to do with the judiciary. Like what did happen as Alonso. So then they are what the president want to do? Even the former the president with this Uhuru be one pull am come out, get all kind case, even get murder case, all landed the judiciary, put them down, they give them. It's not alone. The for example, Lamande, long term. Instances where he can't have powers, what he do is a vice president. You don't pull him out. He don't resign. No. He say the man, they get him all kind case, subordination, this, that. The man, the judiciary free him. Say, no, this man not do any crime. So the man now, he made for them and clear in him before he resign. Because no say we not go work under these circumstances. He commodity.
Well,
He
you
commodity.
see, what you they say so for day,
Yeah.
you are passing an indictment on the black race. But if you talk the blacks them go take them against you. So, oh, you should not say that. We have a structural crisis. I don't know, maybe not the trauma, because the black race now don't suffer the greatest length of trauma. Over 4,000 years of trauma. Maybe that don't print now with DNA. But it's like all over Africa, when you look in the sub-Saharan Africa, we are always working against our own very interest. People want to blame it on tribal. It's not tribalism. It's just that we are not made to think together, work together. Maybe because in the past there had been people amongst us who had collaborated with foreigners for bring all the crisis to we dialect they don't print now with DNA. You understand?
Yeah.
But we have a lot of work to do as a race. Well, of course, we don't begin to see changes. And I want to assure you, say the younger generation, they are thinking a little bit different. They are not going to say that they think completely different too, because they are mostly wasteful, if we want to face that. Look at the young generation of Africans. We don't make money. They see it and they live a lot of extravagant life. Some of those lifestyle when they live, it's better if they invest in them, people them, try for improve the conditions in the country. It will get long-term benefit for their own posterity. You understand? Like
Yeah.
within Dangote do so, whatever happens, it don't create security for posterity. Tony Elumelu and others, people like that, they don't create not only the money we then get matter, but the fact that they create businesses that are well managed, it agree assurance. And they create a new culture we go assist this, you understand?
Mm.
But by and large, those Africans who have decided to go into public office all over the continent, Mr. Quenty question mark. The thing they now see on Facebook, they say chief of staff of Cameroon is over 80. Look him, I say, well, this man should be retired now, writing his memoirs and even writing stories about his failures and all the nonsense he has done, covertly and overtly. We get a structural problem. We get a structural problem. And that problem there, it deal with kind psychology. The psychology of mistrust, the psychology of impunity. Even the way they treat with women them, now with impunity. You understand?
Mhm.
This is a problem we need for the talk about. We need for the bring them into the forefront. Now discuss them, not because we hate people who do it. That's what they know. I can always tell people, say, this now talk, say, Julius Maada, you have been the very lucky man because now very few people they get opportunity for be elected twice, but you blew it. Yes, he blew it. Because one thing I know, money and power not to change anybody. It bring the real person out.
Yes.
So his office is not what is wrong. It's him. His real character came out when he got that office. I make her say, let try make peace with himself because he
So
don't blow the opportunity.
yeah, just that case. If I don't that case, that case, that APC case, I know. I hope say people don't understand. We say that case come out, we say end because TTD they not call the people them. They appeal for make them say they don't put 9 people them. They don't make a precedent way it not happen. They not call them TTD. You talk again about
But I
the
ask you, before
yes,
you
sir.
go to the other issue,
Yeah.
that incident be happened after the last election, not so?
Yes. In 2019.
When they may go on the tripartite, they may make them a key point of discussion.
No.
Right? So you blame the APC.
Was not mentioned. No, Mr. Jallo, it come back to the bad laws they will get in the books them.
Mister,
Because
Mister,
then no see, with that.
Kafude,
Mhm.
I have been in trade union negotiations where maybe now the same with what in them in go do on the tripartite. Now been bargaining, you understand? When they go at bargaining, the things that when I grievances, if you outline all of them, you give reason why na grievance, you even can go further for make recommendations on what should be done. You see, as I say, we have people in politics who have no business in being in politics. They are only there for the fame and the money. They don't know nothing for do. Some man get PhD, they don't even know what thing for do. There is a lot of things wrong about the country because we get the wrong people in the right places. Politics don't
Okay.
turn business. All man they go there for go make money.
Indeed, exactly. You see that today, the one that always get property, will get business, not the one that within a ruling party. And when the commodities no back, like APC Friday, they say we get plenty business and that they don't the business don't know most of them. Business
Well,
only
that's
again.
not business.
No, well they're not because they're not having the business. So
That's
you now something
trading.
you
They
know.
were trading.
Yes, you know having the business. Because you just go grab something, you say you're not a businessman, you're not a businessman.
You're not a
Anyway,
businessman.
so
Business, the first thing about business, it has to be sustainable. You forget an
so
element of sustainability.
and
The
if you
second
know
thing we forget, it will be scalable. You
and
dey start
now I want to talk.
small, you grow.
Yes. And now I want to talk about always, Mr. Jallo, when you do business, you know, for pull your eye income and expenditure. Just like
As a
let's
matter
okay.
of fact, when you start business, that first 5 years, you get to be strict about income and expenditure. You
Yes,
should not
even
take money from the business and spend on yourself.
yes.
You
Now,
can
most of the
pay
thing that
yourself a salary, but that has to
alone,
be accounted for all the time.
that's alone, now make even the government they fail.
Because
Because
they
when
are
they
traders, they are not business
yes, because
people.
they put they focus on income and expenditure. Every business government a business in the sense you dey get money inside the camp, you dey come money they come out. That business. So if you know they put you
Avode,
just they expand.
Avode.
Yes, sir.
If we be
Yeah.
they look at government as business, like all the mining companies then are selling, government before get participation there.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, before I accommodate, so before because time long go. So the last thing I want to make it now you talk say
Mm-hmm.
for this census, what you want can
Who
do.
censor say that district so they don't
No,
make
the
that
district, yeah,
gerrymandering?
the district. So again, it comes to the fact say just matter view, all which he study. Now which APC be do bad, now him one can perfect.
Well, he fine for him.
Because everybody knows say that Falaba carrying a issue was unnecessary.
It was.
So why you would put yourself so low on us na situation that day? You are putting yourself so low. Something where you say you don't get importance to anybody. Look when you talk say Pujong. Pujong, everybody knows that population will have been give Pujong panda census not to Pujong population that day. Okay, it go tell me say Pujong, who's census where they not make na saloon? Where Moyamba, Pujong get population past
Then go
Moyamba.
take people then a Liberia for Cancun. You know,
No,
no.
them just give number, they know more, Mr. Jallo. Them
Now
just give
him,
number, they know
but
more. That's
he
it.
get the intention for bring people then for can vote. You don't
No,
know that?
even the election, Mr. Jallo, I'm okay with figures. The figures, the way they make per election, Bond and Pujong, they're almost the same figures
I
by
know. I
registration
see
and
him.
per
I
vote.
see him. I've been seeing him myself.
Yes, because the thing is that the people, say,
And Bont
even the
not get
20,
that kind of population.
no. They say this census will make 2022, Bond get 400 and something thousand people there. Bond, Moyamba always get people them. And the only census will not follow a trend. Na saloon, na 2022. Midterm. All the other census them, they follow the trend of the population na the country. So if you look at that figure where you get, Nadi, you want to make boundary or waiting that those numbers? Look
And
at Africa,
what are the economic benefit of those boundaries?
zero. In fact, minus because they can't take money now where you get for pay these people where they go administer
You
that
get for
place the way they
set up
come.
new district councils, get for set up staff. So what are the
Now they
economic
say,
benefit?
is if instead of you become efficient with the current district staff the way they get, you say no, Julius Marabio, I don't take them over and over. Unless in again 10, 20 years for rule that country. That man
They
has
are
no
learn already
uh,
20 years.
no, I just give example.
When people
Because
then go don't die on that time, the
you
population
know
go reduce.
you know get idea for move that country forward. And you know get interest in moving that country
He
forward.
not get
Because this
interest. Not to say he not get idea, he not get interest. Because
So
one thing about governance,
mm,
you don't need to have all the knowledge to rule a country as head of state. But if you get the will and the interest for move the country forward, you go bring around you people them. If even are you party members them, you therefore be selective about who they give office because you know these are the ones who are going to do what needs to be done. Because that way you dey keep your party legitimate. Now, because the SLPP not able to do what thing will continue for give them the legitimacy, now make them they do all them tactics here. They are aware that they have failed. They are aware. They are aware that they
yeah,
have failed. Just like the APC, if you don't reach a point where they are aware, say, we don't bungalow, so then create 2 districts. But that not
yeah.
justify doing the same nonsense again.
Even the way what did say, you give a kind divide free town to 2 cities,
Well, I go
western
see how
rural,
then they run the 2 cities.
and then they do it is just absolute rubbish. Huh? You know, talk say, like a good example. Okay, APC been do this. Now let me can
Me
make sure
not
say
see
people like
any
get what.
city in Africa we get 2 mayors.
No, it don't no but what
London,
did them
London, because of its size, then divide her into counties, then get county mayors. But you get a
yes,
mayor of London City
yes,
when I
yes, no level out.
Pakistani.
Let me tell you, we are come more Belgium back. You see Brussels,
Mhm.
we get 19 administrative regions.
Yes.
But the center, like when you talk, let's say London, we get Brussels commune,
Mhm.
where you get about 150,000 people.
Mhm.
So then divide that 1.2 million people who did at Brussels, then
Mhm.
divide, they make a 19 communes.
Okay.
But the difference here is they not call them again, say Freetown one. But if they want to divide Freetown into administrative things, they will make Calabar town get their own commune. Wellington get their own commune. It's possible that way. But if you get Freetown Central, when a Freetown Central,
You had
say,
constituencies that were based on what you they talk so. Do we have to make every constituency into a commune?
no. Now just they talk in case then they talk say the Freetown don't big, people are number cool,
So
the
what?
word means I know they
So
give
what?
them because
New
to me
York, New
first,
York is 5 times or more the size of Freetown. Almost mayor than in New York.
Mr. Jala, I know they support them on that because I know say first of
Now
all,
another say,
Sal
and now they ask a question to them. So what? If Freetown don't grow, I like Freetown take the whole of Western area. The only thing you go do maybe you go say because we been get Freetown urban, Freetown rural, we still they maintain them. Instead of calling it rural, you go call them Freetown suburban. You understand?
yes, sir.
If the city grow. But take a city like New York, take cities like California, take cities like Los Angeles. Those cities are 5 or more times bigger than Freetown. And
Massive,
one mayor then gets.
yes. You know, they understand all the point the way you try to talk about the administration. Now, you know, for just make efficient to administer that, give the resources. If you want for there, you help those people in Kalahu or Pujombo. Now, forgive the resources. But when they
That's
do this,
all.
what did happen just now? Because as alone, now for pay salaries of mayors, now that's all.
Maybe
Pay
one put
council.
in party members them inside them place they for begin give them salary.
No, they give a salary right now, so they don't approve us. They give even now, the only boss we they don't, then I think they don't approve of or they ever approve of forget salary in a council. I don't know if they don't approve of. But now all man they get salary. Even Paramount writers say they get salary. They don't change everything. So now the country don't get money. The country don't get money simply because everything are for pay. So now you don't carry them back.
Well,
You
anti
don't you
IMF
don't
don't suspend with us. Let us see how
the,
they
the,
go.
They don't deny that name actually. They
Whose
say,
side and they
oh,
deny?
you know, say they're for them not
Whose
to
side
be.
and they deny? These people are fooling themselves.
No say, when something that happen at the country, now so nobody they say, even when they comment on social media, when you talk this, they say not to say it be. Now so nobody they don't
Bafode,
give out to.
Bafode, Bafode, Bafode.
Mm, mhm.
I think we get to make the government of Sierra Leone understand, say, in the present world where they live, information is out there in the open space. In the present world where they live, as long as people are connected to the cyber highway, they get access for crawl and get any kind data where they want. Thirdly, in the present world where they live, because of certain AI tools, that information where they hide from people, they able get them. You understand me?
Mhm.
Your bank account can be entered into and seen from certain tools. Your house can be entered into and seen using certain tools. This is no longer the 13th century. Let them look for life and themselves. The fact is there. The IMF has suspended Sierra Leone. I want anybody for go use simple Google, you will see and
But
go
no, me,
use crawl tools, you dey see and come up. Even the figures and facts they come up.
no, me, I know I just try to tell you,
So
see,
what in them they deny? What in them they
then they always
deny?
they say, not to say it be, not lie, because you know, come off,
They
listen
are
to we.
fooling themselves.
You go to see this Tuesday we get for come. The man will eye them when they watch you. We see desperation in the eye. When they see they make they clarify. I can't clarify. You go see I'm this Tuesday. Get for see can clarify that statement. Anyway, so see where you now just send them here now because the thing here is this Julius Maada view for don't copy example them we make countries better. No copy example no more. We make the country worse off. You know, you don't copy example, toxic, forget water. Now, all the districts headquarters town them, lecturally, the schools, they all for make sure say they get care them and table them, they get for get blackboard them, all the, you know, go get school where they, where picking and they go sit down inside one on unfinished building. You cannot copy those examples and you count them. Pass them local example there where they destroy the country further. And I
The
go tell
man
you
they
now,
make bonga man and people them. Mamadi
I go tell you,
Dumbe can't take in country, not saving.
I will tell people them back. You know, because who be here say who be here say you know say Radio Maria then talk say he don't buy younger from him. Now so they talk because
Well, me
now
no
so
know that. me no
because that
say
one they will not know
me
about
no
them.
say
So we
they
not go.
can't take younger. The man no saving.
I just want accept a show from them back about figures in the country. Mr. Jallo,
Mhm.
no matter who says you make in that country, the only figures them so far we know the lie. Now election registration figures I know the lie. I will let you check that. Now we don't delete them.
He
They don't
don't
make all
delete them
census.
because I don't go now the website, they see nothing, a blank page.
Nothing. Nothing. So I just try for the no matter how they do districts, they move anyhow they do them. The tell they say they register for because election registration, you get for me the person. Day. Not you can't tell person say, oh, that now three people that live in this house, but the one don't go buy water, the other one be don't go fetch wood. Not na census. So census that's what he did. But election registration, you know this so. Now he make no matter how they do them, check the Kelahu, they don't talk say Kelahu get more people than Kono and Sonkolele. Even 2015 census, it talks say Kelahu don't pass Sonkolele. But we they make the election for registration for 2018, Sonkolele get past people by far past Kela. That wouldn't want to get for go check again. That's what it did. So no matter how they do for manipulate or this and that, if the election come, the register people them, like had them branch register people, not like 2023. People them go vote because people don't know back say what did they make people and lost election as well. Not to say that the number now voter apathy. APC they lost to 2018 election now because most of the northerners them if you say they're not for vote again, APC they win. If you look at the turnout, now the southeast if you did 88%, if you did 90%, but we come to the north now 70, 75, 74. That 5% gap. Now they SLP win that 92,000 votes we didn't get. So and even the 2023, if you check the one that we vote, we get the energy for votes for register. Now for the north and the western area. Then total machine them now the southeast they going for people them when they go and register. People they not interested, they're not going to farm them. So you get this thing for repeat itself 2020, 28. So no matter how they do census, so new district demo, new council demo, it will not help if they make clean election them. Anyway, Mr. Jalal, just say la can watch
Bavode.
more, but this is yes sir.
Bavode.
Yes sir.
Maada you go repeat what you do 2023 and 2028 if the salon people then sit down full land and full foot. But if the
Well,
salon people them ready for make that change, they go change. And they don't
so
need to take let me
so far I believe
finish.
you.
Let me finish. I don't want to be misunderstood.
Yeah.
I'm a strategist. If the salon people want change Sierra Leone, they're able to change them peacefully. Hey, this life oh they live nobody in a big passing company in this life, yeah?
Mm.
We all equal because we all born and we all get for die. If that man gentry, you poor. So on all two they on equal platform. You know what it mean for be poor, you know what it mean for be rich. You not pass you. You know they live different experiences. You understand me?
Yeah.
And that man with gentry, it can poor depending on his thoughts and actions. That man with poor, it can gentry depending on his thoughts and actions. Wealth is not a selective thing. It's a process where somebody can access if you plan for access them. Okay?
Mm.
Just like poverty, if you plan for be poor, you dey become poor. And I want let you know, say, with politicians in Sierra Leone, they all they plan for be poor. Never mind, and then a public office, they loot the state, pull them there, give them 1 month, they don't pull back because they plan to be poor. They've never learned how to create wealth. A high philosophy are they talk to now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If Salon ready for change Salon, it'll change. The mind of man is what makes man. What we think is what we become. If we think for make Sierra Leone, first and foremost, we all they come together, we think how for make Sierra Leone. But as it is, we're not ready for think that way. Nothing do. Everybody
Yeah.
they cursing company and fetting company. Everybody they point finger. Everybody, every idiot who can talk English will say no better. This is our biggest crisis. And for overcome that, I make some of who they talk. And that's why I can be disrespectful when I want to be disrespectful. I know nobody obligation for respect them, especially when people they misbehave in a public offices. You understand me?
Yes sir.
Respect is not by force, it's earned. And you earn it by your action and your composure. It's not by
You
force.
talk say uh Marabio go repeat the
If they do worse,
2023.
if they allow them
When
for the under the
you know
next
why
election.
in you know why I the one you know why I the one believe that?
Mm. Now it don't
Because
begin
the
so.
no yeah forgot no Mr. Jallo. no matter what you do, if they implement the tripartite, go be possible.
Tripartite is dead.
No, I want to tell you now.
Tripartite is
Yesterday, one man can, I think I really democracy.
Mm-hmm.
He can't talk about Naina, the head of Mr. Kata, something Gulukata with it. Naina, the head of the steering committee. I think exactly Naina, the same guy.
He was the youth commissioner. I don't know if he's still there.
No, now they don't go put him. Yes, they don't come put him. They talk all. Then they ask him. They say, "Who's time when they done recommendations?" Them. He say November. By November. Now they say $500 for. Now what I don't do now? Immediately talk, call. They say, but the main thing the old people want to see now how they change the laws of the election. You see, no, they do anything and do all man they do pan doing work, all this and that, nine commodity. So if they not change the law, the way they organize the last election, how the man have kind of power? Me, I not sabi you. We then go and talk to you, we not agree, I no agree. Yes, sir.
When man don't thief you once, you allow him. Say, all right, I go do for God and I'll be next way they come. They clear all thing you go. You hear me? Sierra Leoneans have to get serious. And before they go, they advertise this institution back. This is the institution that is going to change Sierra Leone if you people are ready for change. It's non-political. It's non-partisan. And it's made of men with steel. What I say steel, not a physical steel or intellectual steel. We will begin unfold. We plant them to the public. We will begin unfold them. A step by step. A step by step.
No,
this is Mother Earth. And we all belong to Mother Earth. Yeah?
Okay, sir. So say Monday.
Humble them, Una, thank you for listening to me. Me talk mate. Una, thank you for listening to me. I am coming on Monday, but I will let Una know say we are ready to take steps to correct Sierra Leone. Not by power. Now the legal steps they would take, all the legal steps that they would take for correct this thing once and for all. And if possible, we will follow legal processes to get Sierra Leone to build a roadmap for the future. We need a roadmap for the future. And I thank you for listening to we. We will come on Monday. On all, I wish you a happy and safe weekend. Let us stay safe.
What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos. It's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe it.
Oh, no, who go speak for the voiceless? Oh, yeah. The system they're broken is lawless. Then they use the power for oppression. mama cry for the pikin where them put to rest. The streets they red like the sunset. Oh yeah. Bodies that fall, but we not forget. The women them cry, them pain at the silence. Who go fight for justice in this violence? Our leaders were the love for the nation. Why you not they bring with tribulation? Them they kill with dreams with oppression. Sierra Leone, we need salvation.